Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video lesson, I'm going to demonstrate how to install the latest version of Python on Ubuntu 22.04. Now with me here, I already have an instance deployed on Linode. Now as you all know, Ubuntu 22.04 comes with Python 3.10 already installed. And to confirm this, you can run the command python 3-v, v is uppercase, hit enter. So as you can see, we already have a pre-installed version of Python, which is Python 3.10. However, at the time of making this video, the latest version of Python is Python 3.12. And to confirm this, I'm going to head over to the Python downloads page, and here you can see that Python 3.12 is the latest stable version of Python. Now let's go back to the terminal. So now the first thing you need to do is to update the package index. So on the command line, run the command sudo apt-update, then hit enter. So this will refresh the apt cache on your system. All right, so this should take just a few seconds to complete. We're done. Now to install the latest version of Python, which is Python 3.12, you need to add the Deadsnakes PPA. Now the Deadsnakes PPA is a repository that allows you to install the latest Python releases on Ubuntu. So to do so, run the command sudo add-apt-repository space, then PPA :deadsnakes, then /PPA. All right, so hit enter. All right, so on your terminal or screen, you're going to see some bunch of output. All right, so you can see information about the PPA. So here we can see that the PPA contains more recent Python versions packaged for Ubuntu. You can scroll all the way down. So in this section, you can see the supported Ubuntu and Python versions. So here you can see we have two supported versions of Ubuntu, which are Ubuntu 20.04 and Ubuntu 22.04. So here on this section, you can see the supported versions of Python. All right. Okay, so scroll all the way down. Now here you're prompted to perform an action in order to continue. So I'm going to press enter to add the repository in the sources list directory. All right, so there we go. Now, to confirm the repository has been added, run the command ls-l, then the path to the sources list directory. So here we have etc apt sources list.d. Okay, so here you can see we have the Deadsnakes sources list already added. Now the next step is to update the system or update the sources list or the package list. So run the command sudo apt-update, then hit enter. So this refreshes the local package index. Okay, so you can see the repository here. All right, so to install Python 3.12, simply run the command sudo apt install Python 3.12-y. So this is going to install Python 3.12 alongside other additional packages and dependencies. So just be patient as the command runs. And there we go. So at this point, we have two versions of Python. We have the earlier version, which is Python 3.10.12, And then we have the newly installed version, which is Python 3.12. All right. So now the next step is to manage these Python versions. So we need to, if you want to use Python 3.12, you need to set it as the default Python version. And now to do so, we are going to assign priorities to the two Python versions. So since we want Python 3.12 to be the default version of Python, we're going to assign it the highest priority, and the other version of Python the lowest priority. So to do so, we are going to use the update alternatives command. So first, we are going to assign the lowest priority level to the older Python version by running the command sudo update -alternatives install, then the path to the Python binary. So this is user bin Python 3, then space Python 3, then the path to the installation directory once more. So user bin Python 3. Now in this case, we'll specify Python 3.10 and we assign it the lowest priority. So here we give it 1 like that. Okay, then press enter. All right. Then we are going to run the same command. However, in this time around, we are going to specify Python 3.12 and assign it the priority of 2, which is a higher priority. All right, then hit enter. Good. So now we're going to switch between the Python versions, and to do so, run the command sudo update alternatives --config, then Python 3. So this is going to list the existing versions of Python. All right, so here in the first row you can see the asterisk, which marks the current Python version. So here we have Python 3.1.2, which is on auto mode. Then the remaining versions are in manual mode. All right, so here we are prompted to enter to keep the current choice. So since the first choice is Python 3.12, we're just going to press enter in order to keep it as the default Python version. So I'm going to press enter. All right, so now let's check the version of Python installed. So once again, I'm going to run Python 3-v, and there we go. So you can see now we have Python 3.12 as the default Python version. All right, so that is how you can install the latest version of Python. So this is the first method which I've demonstrated using the Deadsnakes PPA. Now in the next step, I'm going to demonstrate how you can install the latest version of Python by compiling from source. Now the other way of installing the latest version of Python on Ubuntu 22.04 is by installing it from source. Now to demonstrate this, I have deployed yet another fresh instance of Ubuntu 22.04, and just to confirm this, we are going to check the current version of Python. All right, so yet again I'm going to run this command Python 3-v. So as you can see, we have the default version of Python that ships with Ubuntu. All right, so to get moving forward, now I'm going to update the local package index. So I'm going to run the command sudo update. All right, we are done. So now the next step, I'm going to install the prerequisite packages that will be needed to build Python from source. So I have the command here on my notepad. So there are a couple of packages that you need, and I'm going to include this in the description. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste the command for installing the packages, all right, on the terminal. So I'm going to hit enter. All right, so this is going to take a minute or two because there are quite a number of packages, so just wait as the installation proceeds. All right, so these packages are very crucial in building Python from source, as we are going to see later on in this step. All right, so the installation is almost complete, as you can see. All right, so you might get this pop-up, so I'm just going to hit enter to accept the defaults. All right, so we are done with installing the prerequisite packages. Now the next step is to download the Python binary, Python 3.12 binary. All right, so now I'm going to open my browser and I'm going to head over to the official Python downloads page. So you should see something like this on your browser. So just below here, you're going to select Linux/Unix. And this will take you to this page where you have the Python binaries. All right, so you're going to come here. So here, this is Python 3.12.0. All right, so this might change, of course, if you will be watching this video much later than this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, download .exe compressed source turbo file. So I'm going to right click and copy link address. All right, so I'm going back to my terminal. So I'm going to download the tarball file or the compressed file using the wget command. So on the terminal, I'm going to type wget, then I'm going to paste the URL to the Python binary. All right, so I'm going to hit enter. So this is going to download the turbo file. So as you can see, using the ls command, we have downloaded the Python 3.12 compressed file. All right, so now the next step is to uncompress the turbo file, and to do so, use the tar command like this. So tar-x vf, then followed by the name of the turbo file. All right, so hit enter. So this will uncompress the turbo file, and now we should have a folder for Python. So once again, I'm going to run the ls command. So as you can see, we have a Python folder here containing all the contents required to build Python. All right, so now we're going to navigate to the Python directory using the cd command. All right, so let's just have an overview of the contents of the directory. So this is what we have. All right, so the next step now is to check whether we have met all the conditions required to build Python. So to do so, I'm going to run the command sudo, then configure. Then I'm going to invoke the enable optimizations option like that, optimizations like that, and I'm going to hit enter. So this command checks whether we have everything needed to build Python. So this should take just a few seconds, so just wait for the check to complete. All right, so we have everything in order. Okay, now I'm going to clear the screen. So the next step, I'm going to invoke the make command. So I'm going to type sudo make -j2. So this 2 here represents the number of CPU cores, and let me cancel this first. You can just check the number of CPU cores using the command nproc. Okay, so as you can see, we have 2 here. So this explains why we are invoking to. So once again, let's run the command sudo make -j 2, and I'm going to hit enter. All right, so now the building process has commenced. Now this is going to take quite a while, and at this point I'm going to pause the video and we're going to get back once this process is done. Okay, so we are done with that command, and this took roughly 10 minutes. Maybe this might take longer or shorter in your case, so do let me know in the comment section. All right, so now next step is to finish compiling from source. All right, so now on the terminal, let me clear this first. So the last command to execute is sudo make install, like that, then hit enter. So once again, I'm going to provide my password. All right, so you can see on the terminal the compilation is ongoing. All right, so this will take a shorter time than the previous command, so just be patient as the compilation goes on. All right, and there we go, we have successfully installed Python 3.12. all right, and this also comes with pip installed. All right, so now let's go ahead and check the version of Python installed. So once again, I'm going to run Python 3. Sorry, I'm going to run Python 3-v. All right, so you can see we have Python 3.12 installed. Now the difference between compiling from source and installing from the Deadsnakes PPA is that when you compile from source, the latest version automatically becomes the default version, as we have seen here. All right, so now let's check the path on which Python 3 has been installed. So run the command which Python 3. So once again, you can see that the latest version has been installed in the user local bin directory. All right, okay, so that's just about it for this video lesson. So in this video lesson, I've demonstrated how you can install the latest version of Python on Ubuntu 22.04, and to be specific, we have installed Python 3.12. all right, so that's it for this video. Please leave a like, subscribe to my video for more of these videos, and do share this video with your friends and relatives. And that's just about it. So see you in the next video.